Hello guys, welcome here to our Season 9 Jello Cup Series and Season number 3 Hitachi Truck Series schedule release and preview show. We do this every year for those who are new to the series. We just do this to release the schedule. We do this to tell you what to expect this season, so that way there's no gray areas going forward. I'm Brian, for those who don't know, if you see me in the bottom corner there. Anyway, so let's get going here. So before we begin, I do want to address a few things. As always, I thank you guys who have signed up, whether it's full-time, part-time. I really appreciate it. And of course, I want to, this time around, thank you all who have been a part of this since day one. As I announced at the beginning of, right before signups even occurred, this will be likely the final season of Jello Cup Series, of Hitachi Truck Series, and Lift National. And this will for sure be the last season this past season was the last season of 7-Eleven IndyCar Series. So I want to thank you all who have been a part of this journey. I'm not going away from YouTube. I'm not leaving the community by any means. I just want to take a few minutes and tell you that I will still be around. I just will not be doing series of my own. I will still be doing I'll still be doing gaming videos on here on occasion. I will be doing a lot of work on Tinkle Sports and Entertainment. Of course, Sunday Morning Tinkle's been the big show over there, and then I'll be doing Out of Turn 4 over there going forward. But those will be the only things that I'll really focus on. Again, it's just a timing issue. I'm working full-time right now. I just wrapped up probably my longest basketball season I've ever done, and it's very time consuming, so that's ultimately why I decided I'm not coming back. So just understand that it's not because I don't want to do this anymore. I still have the motivation to do it, or I still have the desire to do it. I just don't have the time to do it. And if I continue doing it, it's just going to be full-time round the clock, YouTube when I get home from work, and I just don't want that anymore. So something had to go. This had to be it, unfortunately. So you might still see me do some NR stuff on occasion, but it won't be any offline series, more than likely. So thanks again to everyone who's been a part of this. I want to keep things rolling, though. Again, stay connected. Discord, Facebook, Twitter. Our website's in the description as well, and that'll have all the rules and bylaws. That's very important to read. So when you go in, I believe it's under Gaming, NR2003 series, and then the bottom link there is rules and bylaws. So if you get a minute, please read through it. I do want to stress that there are no appeals for any penalties that are assessed or bans or anything. So it is really important that you read that, because if you skip or spoil a race, for example, you make a threatening comment or provoke one, we've seen that already. I'm going to refer you to the rules when I'm assessing penalties. And if you, again, there's no appeals process. It's black and white. You did it or you didn't do it. So, again, just be sure that you're looking at those rules. Because, again, if you argue it, you're just making it worse for yourself. But this is not required, but highly suggested. Again, that's what I basically said. So, series breakdown, we got the Jello Cup Series, a 43-car full-time roster once again. I believe we've got 5 part-timers at this moment. We got a 36-race schedule with a 10-race playoff, as always. The 4 double points races as well. Hitachi Trucks have a 36-truck roster, 25-race schedule with 7 playoff races. In 3 rounds, 12 drivers. And then, of course, that series will have 2 double points races, which you can already kind of guess will be the season opener and be the regular season finale. As far as the Lift National Series goes, again, I know a few of you asked Why isn't the Lift National Series going? Again, I'm working full time. I have, a life outside of this, and I want to try to enjoy as much time as I can. So I just felt that doing a Lift National Series season would, with a 33 race schedule, would be a little too much. So that's why we're doing trucks instead. Here's the top 33. Now I want you to keep in mind, again, it is determined by 3 tiers. The Season 8 playoff teams based on owner points. It's also tier number 2, as you can see, 2+ wins and highest points. The 11 and the 23 won 2 races last season, so those cars will be locked in. And then tier 3 is just a random draw. Again, I remind you, it is only in effect for races 1 through 5 of Season 9, and then starting race 6, it'll be this season's top 33. Another thing I want to stress is I believe we've got 1 or 2 defending champion, or 1 or 2 returning champions that'll be go or go homers. You will have 7 points provisionals to get into races this season. In the Cup Series, and in the Truck Series, it would be 5 if we actually had more than the 36 truck roster for the full schedule. But again, races 1 through 5 of Season 9 is all that top 33 will cover. After that, if you are not in the top 33, you will not be locked into races. You will basically have to race your way back in, and if you don't, you will continue to qualify on time until you get back into the top 33. Gel Cup Series part-time contracts. There are 10 races total. Of course, the Super Speedway races, the double points events, and the All-Star Showdown and Race, which I didn't add to the schedule, but it will be same location as last season. So that's just something I wanted to put out there. So again, take a good look. That's the top 33 for the first 5 races. Those 33 cars will be locked in to the field. Oh, and I clearly didn't look over this very well, but part-time cannot be promoted to full-time, make playoffs, or the top 33 for the season. Just want to throw that out there. If you are part-time and you are not in the series currently, you might get asked to, replace a full-time driver. It's a possibility, but you will not stay in that same ride. You will be moved up to another ride. So I don't think I saw any defending champion or any past champions in the part-time bracket, but if there are, there's no past champion provisional for part-time racers. Again, the website will have full rules on that. And then, per usual, we will try to broadcast all knockout qualifying races involving part-time, or all knockout qualifying races involving part-time drivers. This is new for the Hitachi Truck Series. We were hoping for 6. There's still a chance, but again, it'll be 4 part-time entries for season number 3 with 5 predetermined races, and as you can guess, it'll be the first one for sure, but I will show you the rest of them when we get to the schedule. So this is new for this season. The Corona Clash will no longer be on the Daytona road course. Instead, we have taken it to the stadium. What stadium have we taken it to? We have taken it to Bowman Gray Stadium, and that date is wrong. It is not tomorrow. So the Corona Clash will be March 25th. It'll say on the Speed Week schedule, so ignore March 18th. It is March 25th. This is a full-time driver-only event. And there will be single-car qualifying with the results posted next Friday. No video for that. Then starting Saturday, we will have heats 1 through 4. That'll take place at 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday the 25th. Of course, 25 laps, no overtime for these races, as we just want to get them through, get them done. So the top 5 will automatically advance to the main event. The rest will go into an LCQ. So LCQs 1 and 2, those will be 25 laps as well with unlimited overtime. That'll take place Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Top 3 from each LCQ advance. LCQ 1 will feature drivers from heats 1 and 3 that didn't make it. LCQ 2 will feature drivers from heats 2 and 4 that did not advance. So, and they will be ordered based on their finishing results. The final spot, which will be 27th place, there will only be 27 drivers in the clash. That'll be a Season 8 points provisional. So there's no past champions provisional, but if you raced last year, I'll be pulling up last season's driver points, and that'll determine if you are locked in. If any of the drivers, which I highly doubt is going to happen, but let's assume that it's between, 15 drivers and none of them raced last season, then it would come to owner points or a random draw in all likelihood. But that's how we're going to go about it. Then we got the main event, which will be 50 laps with unlimited overtime. That'll be Saturday, March 25th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's the clash right there. This is Speed Weeks, and this is why I told you it is March 25th and not the 18th. So again, March 25th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And as you take a look at the rest of the list, please keep in mind that it may say Facebook Watch for the videos, and if we are able to get videos out on Facebook, that's where they will be. I'm going to be essentially crash coursing the Speed Weeks, so please, understand that even though it says Facebook Watch, there might not be results, or there may not be a video, but I will try to post results for the practice sessions. Blue Green Jewels at Daytona will be on Thursday. Saturday night will be the Next Era 250 at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Sunday will be the 500 at 4 p.m. Now, the reason it's at 4 p.m., I'm usually working till 2:30, so it's just easier for me to get home, and then I can be a part of the premiere. So what we're going to do, I'm hoping if I'm home and I have the energy, we might do a Twitch watch party like we did a couple seasons ago for the season finale. So kind of like a Manning cast style, but again, I'm only putting YouTube down because I don't want to hype anybody up. But I'll let you know in the Discord if it happens. All right, we're on to the truck schedule. Please note that yellow indicates the part-time races. So we begin, of course, with Daytona. That is race number 1 of the truck season, the Next Era 250. We then go to Richmond for race number 2. Race number 3 will be at Trashlanta. Race 4 will be at Circuit of the Americas, our first road course event of the season. Race number 5 will be at Auto Club Speedway, the 2-mile, not the short track that they're going to do. Race 6 will be our first dirt race of the season at the New York State Fairgrounds. Race number 7 will be at Iowa. Race number 8 will be the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Race number 9, we go international, and we will be going to Edmonton. Race number 10 will be at Pocono. Race number 11 will be at Walt Disney World, the first time we've been there since season number 1. Race number 12 will be at Knoxville, our second dirt race of the season. Race number 13 will be at Nashville Super Speedway. Then we got our next part-time race. That'll be race number 14 at the Bermuda Triangle, and as you can guess, that will be during the All-Star break there for the Jello Cup Series. Race number 15 will be at Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Race number 16 will be at Homestead. Race number 17 will be at the Milwaukee Mile. And then the regular season finale will be race number 18 at Darlington Raceway. So now we're on, oh, forgot to change that. Hitachi Truck Series playoffs, the round of 12. We go to Rockingham, then we'll go to Bristol, then we'll go to Talladega for our 4th part-time race of the season. Round of 8, we'll do the Charlotte Roval. So the Truck Series is going to take on the Roval, RIP. Then we'll go to Gateway. Then we'll go to Martinsville. And then we'll wrap it up with the Championship 4 at Rickey Raceway, our final part-time race of the season. Now we're on to the moment most of you have been waiting for. I know a lot of you guys are in the Jello Cup Series as well, but here is the schedule for that. We begin with Daytona, our first part-time race, the 500. Then we'll go to Richmond. Then we'll go to Atlanta, Trashlanta. We'll then go to Coda. Then Martinsville will be race number 5. So again, if you are in the top 33 that I showed you earlier in the video, if you're in that top 33, those 5 races you will be locked in. After that, we begin race number 6, and this season's top 33 in the points will determine who is locked in and who is not, and that'll start at Phoenix. We will then go to Auto Club as we kind of get into the West Coast swing. Race number 8 will be on a street course. We will be hitting up Long Beach for the first time in series history. Race number 9, we come back to the East Coast and we go to Talladega for the Geico 500. That'll be our next part-time event. Then we go to Darlington. That'll be the Goodyear 400. So not a double points race this time around early in the year. Race number 11, we'll go to Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600. That's our next part-time event. And then we kick off the International Tour with race number 12 at the Twin Ring Motegi. Race number 13, we will go to Melbourne. Now, that one's going to be an iffy date. If it works out, I'm hoping that track works. I really haven't tested it. So, if not, we'll be going back to Surfer's Paradise if that doesn't work out. Then race number 14 will be at Edmonton to wrap up our international tour. Race number 15 will be at Michigan. Race number 16 will be at Pocono. And for the first time in a few years, we won't have a double header at Pocono, as race number 17 will be at Chicagoland. Then we go to Daytona. That'll be our next part-time entry race. Race number 19 will be our first dirt race at Knoxville and our only dirt race of the season before we go to race number 20 at the Nashville Superspeedway. And then after that, we will have our All-Star break, and that'll take place again at the Bermuda Triangle for the season. Race number 21 will come back. We'll have the part-timers with us at Indianapolis for the Brickyard 400. Race number 22 is at Homestead, along with race number 23. That'll be our only doubleheader of the season. Race number 24 will be at the Milwaukee Mile, a track I don't think we've been to in a few seasons, so that'll be fun. Race number 25 will be at Zen Joltis. So another double points, or another part-time entry event, along with Darlington for the Southern 500 to wrap up the regular season. So quite a dramatic end to the 26 races as we go into the playoffs. We begin with the round of 16. We got Rockingham opening up the playoffs. Then we'll go to Road America. Then we'll go to Bristol. The night race will be the cap on the round of 16. Round of 12, we'll have Watkins Glen. We will then go to Talladega for our second to last part-time entry race of the season. And then we'll go to the Charlotte Roval for what will be our final road course race of the season. Round of 8, Auto Club will start it off. Then we'll go to Gateway. And then we'll go to Martinsville. So that'll be the round of 8. And then we got the Championship 4. That'll take place at Ricky Raceway, our final part-time entry race of the season and our final race of season number 9. So again, I bring up the qualifying procedures. Video won't be posted. Go or go homers will not lock in on speed. Excuse me. So again, it'll be qualifying races set up like Daytona. Front row is not locked in. Race 1, you win the pole. Race 2, you win. You start second. Go or go homes transfer in each qualifying race. One of them will only transfer in, and that'll be unlimited overtime attempts, much like the duels at Daytona. And then, of course, go or go homers that did not transfer into the main will enter the last chance qualifier. That'll be a 10-lap race. Top 5 at the end of those races will advance in, or at the end of that race will advance in, and they will make up positions 36 to 40 on the grid with unlimited overtime attempts. I want to thank you guys for being a part of it once again. Likely the final season of Gel Cup Series competition. We'll be back very soon with the races, and can't wait to bring them to you. Until then, goodbye everyone.